live outside PNC Arena on the plaza, right between PNC Arena, Carter Finley Stadium. I'm Tim Donnelly. Dennis Cox here with me. Graham Hill back at the studio, keeping us up and running. I'm going to use a cliche that is probably too on the nose.
Okay.
Calm before the storm.
Oh, of course.
Calm before the storm.
Calm before the storm.
Calm before the hurricane. The Hurricanes taking on the Rangers, Game 6, right here in Raleigh, home arena, all of the energy. And needless to say, it's a must-win because they trail 3-2, and a loss sends them home, and not just home to their home arena, but home for the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the stakes. What is it going to take to win? Well, that's what we're going to try to break down over the next 3 hours here on The Drive with Tim Donnelly, starting with, I think it's going to have to be an all-hands-on-deck kind of day.
Of course.
I think it's going to be a day where the Canes need contributions, and kind of the highlight style contributions, not just solid play, but a big play here or there from every level of their roster, right? I'm talking about top guys have to play like top guys. That's been a theme throughout the season for the Canes when they've struggled. Usually you can point to a top line, a player who's hurt, something along those lines all the way at the top. But I also think kind of the difference in this series has been who has the difference-making plays from unexpected sources. And that's not to say, like, always fourth liners, right? But a goal from a defenseman that maybe you weren't expecting it. A goal from Jordan Staal, who maybe you weren't expecting it, because as great as he is and as all the good things that he does, at least this postseason, he hasn't really been a goal scorer. Like, if you look at, and I have them right here, if you look at, we're just going to use goal scorers because it's simple, it's clean. I know you can get more nuanced with a bunch of other statistics, but we'll just use goal scorers. In the first 3 games, which, by the way, the Canes lost all 3, there were 3 goals from Jake Gensel, stud, a goal from Jarvis, stud, a goal from Svechnikov, stud, and then they had 2, I would call them other goals, Natchez and Orlov.
All right.
And they lost all 3 of those games. In games 4 and games 5, games that they won, by the way, they had goal from Aho. I'd call that a stud goal.
Yeah.
Then 2 from Kuzi. That's another.
Yeah.
1 from Staal. That's another.
Mm-hmm.
1 from Nason. That's another. 1 from Martinook, 1 from Shea, 1 from Natchez. So you can look at it and literally point to the 2 games that they won versus the 3 that they lost. You may even say they got a little bit less goal production from their studs, but they overcame that by dominating the fourth line, getting goals from your third line, your grinding defensive line of forwards, and also getting goals from behind the blue line, right? Going back there to your defenseman. So I'm looking at today, and I'm saying the difference with the Canes, wins and losses, right? What can you learn from wins and losses? Is, did everybody find a way to have a highlight? Did everybody find a way to impact the game? And not just in a your fourth line was out there for a minute and 10 seconds and nothing bad happened. Right, because sometimes that is all your fourth line has to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just go out there and keep the boat afloat for 45 seconds, and then get off the ice.
Forecheck, wear down their D, all the typical things. Keep the puck in the zone.
Don't make the goalie
Energy.
stand on their head. Energy, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Canes' depth is something that can't be overlooked, and they need to take advantage of. And the way to do that is not just to get through or get by with your fourth line, or when a defenseman makes a run, but actually get home with it, score the goal, actually get home with it, lay the hit, get home with it, kill the penalty, right? The things that ignite a home crowd on a night like tonight, you need to make sure you're getting that from all levels of your roster.
And the Carolina Hurricanes, quote unquote, fourth line, which is Kuznetsov, Kokoniemi, and Stefan Nason, isn't traditional fourth line. Like, they don't have a Matt Rempe out there who's just going to goon things up. They actually have skill. They actually have guys that can score. Like, Stefan Nason has 4 goals in the playoffs. 4 goals in the playoffs. I think that's more than Martin Natchez has right now. So that line, when they are skating and are at their best and they have that offensive zone time, they're better. They're better than the Rangers' fourth line. This, we talk about the depth of the team. They're better. Simple as that.
So maybe that's exactly the way that I was not framing this correctly. I started with, it can't just be your top guys, right? You need to get contributions from every level of your roster. Maybe the flaw is you have to treat all of them like top guys, right?
Yeah.
You have to treat your fourth line as if that's Gensel, Aho, Svech, right? If you're out there, you're good enough to be making a difference, right? If you're out there, you have to be making plays. So do it.
And that's how Rod treats it. Rod treats it as like we have 4 like lines, not the old traditional. Or we have 2 scoring lines,
A-team,
a
B-team,
checking line,
C-team,
and then like the
practice squad,
4th line. Like they don't have that old school style mentality. No, it's 4 lines that they know they can generate offense with tonight. You talk about like other guys need to step up. You know who can be that guy tonight?
Are we talking about your guy?
Graham, cue the music. The guy, the man.
I saw this
had 2 assists last game.
Coming.
The man that can get it done tonight. He already has a game winner in this postseason already. It's Jack Drury, baby. It's Jack Drury kind of night. You know why? Because Aho is going to neutralize Vincent Trocheck. Stallslide's going to neutralize the Zibanejad Kreider line. Guess who can capitalize tonight? It's Jack Drury with Natchez and Martinook. That's the line that gets it done tonight with Jack Drury getting a goal tonight. Let's go, cuz.
I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that coming.
That's the guy tonight. Let's go.
And to
Big
give,
1-8.
To give like the Jack Drury bandwagon is starting to gain.
And people are jumping on. And you know what? There's room. Let's go. Let's rock.
ESPN.com put out a list. It was 9 players under the age of 25 that they considered leveling up this postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I didn't think were fair. Like you can go look at it, look at the list yourself, but they like. I don't know if like 5th or 6th year veterans that just happen to be 25 years old.
You've been around the league for a long time.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second, that guy's 35.
Like, Svech, you're 24, but you've been in the league for 6 seasons.
Exactly. But Jack Drury was one of the 9 and the only Kane on the list. So there is some steam being built up behind the Jack Drury bandwagon. I would say, obviously, Dennis is a Jack Drury guy.
Yes.
I'd say we've been a Jack Drury show for most of the season.
Hey, I've been.
We've been championing that cause with Dennis spearheading it. So I like to think we got in at the stock cheap, right? And now everybody else the stock price is rising. It's going to be more expensive as this thing goes along.
Jump on. Hey, who had that big hit on Jacob Trouba? That guy that set up Martinook's goal. It's Jack Drury. He does little things. Who wins those face-offs in the defensive zone? It's Jack Drury. Gets it done.
Funny part is, like growing up, anytime someone in basketball made a winning play that wasn't accredited with an assist, you always call that a hockey assist.
Oh,
like if you set a great screen, hockey assist. You make the pass that leads to the pass, you call it a hockey assist. I don't know what to call it in hockey when it's like when you make the great hit that leads to the goal. You're not going to get the assist. I can't call it a hockey assist because there actually are hockey assists.
He did get an assist on that play.
It's true, but there's those winning plays we need a catchier title for, because calling them winning plays just sounds like I'm a middle school coach trying to motivate the troops. We need to make the winning plays.
Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it really is that simple.
Sometimes
go make winning plays.
Which is very true. Quickly here, we have a bit of sound for you. Rod brind'amour on Kuznetsov, one of those others that's been scoring, and the different energy he brings to the team.
Definitely. I think he's fitting extremely well. Just real great energy and different energy. Like we got a bunch of serious guys, and it's like it's their life to just win every inch of everything they're doing. And then this guy comes in and he's very serious, but he puts a broader picture into things and can put a smile on your face, and while still being focused. I think he's been a real welcome addition.
Now, there's one more thing he should have said about Kuznetsov. Stop making boneheaded penalties. If you take that away, all of it is true. The energy is great. The goal scoring is fantastic. The goal creation is unbelievable. Some of the highlights are really, really fun. Just take away the boneheaded penalties, and we're all in on Kuzi, just like we're all in on some other players on the Canes.